Good afternoon, and thanks for making it Openuptv, your number one entertainment TV station in Uganda, East Africa, worldwide. My name is David Albine, of course, the host. Today we have a unique feature where we hosted one of our friends from one of the NGOs, that's the Rhythms of Life and Girls Not Brides, by the names of Kasakya Sharon, where she's going to be talking to us about different things, different emancipation of the women, and also talking about the fight against child abuse. They fight for, of course, child rights and women emancipation. Of course, today we're going to talk about child marriage specifically on this special edition of the Relationship Talk Show. So, Sharon, you're welcome to the Openuptv. Just give us a small inauguration about yourself.
Thank you, Fabiola. I'm Sharon Kasakya, and I'm a youth representative from Girls Not Brides Uganda, and I'm also a girl leader in Rhythm of Life.
A girl leader in Rhythm of Life.
Yes.
Give us a small preamble about Rhythms of Life and Girls Not Brides.
Okay, for Rhythm of Life, it's an NGO that is there to fight to prevent the cycle between mother to daughter, prostitution transmission, I should call it like that.
Okay.
Then for Girls Not Brides, it's a global partnership on ending child marriage and teenage pregnancies in Uganda.
Okay.
Yes.
Today specifically we're going to be talking about child marriage, right? So to start with, what is child marriage?
As it is stated, child marriage. Who is a child? A person below the age of what? 18 years. So, and marriage. So if you put them together, child marriage, is it really connecting? It's not, right? Because a child cannot be married. I mean, in Uganda, our setup is of 18 years. Then in the other countries, it may be 15 years, 14 years. But in Uganda, it's 18. So anyone below the age of 18 is considered as a child.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the difference between child marriage and early marriage?
For child marriage is someone getting into marriage before the age of 18. Then early marriage, it may be below the 18 age, or it may be someone may be 20 years, but they're not ready for marriage.
Okay.
That is also early marriage.
So if a boy child is below the age of 18 and the girl child is above the age of 18, is also considered as a child marriage?
If the boy child is below 18
years.
And also the girl child?
No, the girl child is above 18 years.
Yeah, for the boy child, that means it's child marriage, of course.
Okay. So you are advocating for child rights, right?
Yes.
So what could be the major causes of child marriage? Let's start from there.
In our Uganda, some of the major causes of child marriage is poverty.
Okay.
You'll find that there are many parents that don't have money. When you go to the rural areas, that is where we find most cases of child marriage. And these parents are unable to provide the basic needs to their children. Let me say the sanitary towels for the girls, majorly. So this girl will be lied to by a man or a fellow guy or a fellow child. They give them money and they're lied to. They are taken into that scene of child marriage. Yeah. So poverty is one of them. Then also there is peer pressure. Of course, when you go to the slum, last month we visited some slums down there in Namuongo.
Okay.
You find that we talked to the girls themselves, but they told us it's peer pressure. So we visited Namuongo, a slum area down there, and we spoke to the girls themselves, and they gave us some of the reasons why they go into they are taken up. It's because of peer pressure. They have friends that are
fellows.
Yes, from their fellows. They have friends that are rich. They have money, and you find that they are influenced. They also want to get that thing that a friend has. But how does that friend get that thing that they have? One, the next place, it's called Kabalagala. There is prostitution. So you find that this girl is well off because she's getting money from somewhere else, which is selling themselves. And of course, when you do that, it leads to what? You're still young. You get pregnant. Getting pregnant, what does it lead to? You're embarrassed, you're chased out of your home, and what do you want? What do you end up doing? You go to your man maybe you may not even know that person. So you end up into child marriage. not because you want, but because of the situation around home. They have chased you in the society. They see you as a curse, let me say.
Don't you think that's a problem that is caused by the parents who don't give guidelines to their children on how to do things the right way?
Yeah, that could also be there, and that's why we as girls, not brides, we came out. We talk to parents,
Okay.
like they should talk to their children about the sexual reproductive health. At this age, you're not supposed to indulge yourself in this. At this age, you're supposed to be doing this. So if a parent gets enough time to talk to their children, you find that these cases are limited.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about the effects.
The effects.
What could be the effects of
Of course, child
Child
marriage
marriage.
has very many effects. I can't say it all, but it really has very many effects.
Okay.
First of all, there are diseases, STIs. You go for a child. Of course, remember this person is a child.
Okay.
They don't know much about health. They don't know how to use the protective measures. So you will find that she will go into sex and she will not have a protective gear, let me say the condoms. She doesn't know about family planning, anything of a sort. So she will end up with either STIs, like any disease.
Morbidity, in other words.
Yes. So that is one of the effects. Then also you find pregnancy.
Okay.
And pregnancy has other effects, of course. There is too much pain during childbirth. There is also death. Yeah, basically. Effects, there are many effects, and I can't say them all. But one of the effects, we have diseases, and under diseases we have the STIs, the sexually transmitted infections. You find that this child does not know about the protective gears, like the use of condoms, so they will just go. They end up being what? Infected. And also there is HIV. Someone contracts HIV because you don't know your partner you're going with. Actually, I don't even want to call them partners because you're not sure of that person you're going with. They may have HIV and you go. So what does HIV lead to? Death, suffering, all that. So
talk about how their future education is also denied and how they can't go into further studies.
Okay, of course, when you become, you go into child marriage when you're still a child, meaning you've dropped out of school. School is put at stand. So if you lack education in our Uganda, really, where will you go? Education, that's why they used to tell us education is the key to what? To success. Because education has it all. There is knowledge you get when you're educated. So when you get to know about health, you get to know how to handle your health, you get to know how to empower yourself. Education has it all. So if you're not educated because of child marriage, trust me, you're going to suffer all the consequences outside. First of all, you'll not be respected as someone who is educated. You get, because I remember when we visited still that place Namuongo, people, like, I met girls of my age and they were calling me doctor, they are calling me auntie, nurse, like all that, but I'm not that. Why? Because of education. There is that respect they give to you when you're educated. But when you look at a girl child, she's into marriage, tamanyi even how to take care of the child. Of course, when you go through education, you know obimanya, obiyiga. So ojasanga ono mwana tamanyi even how to take care of the fellow child. She's taking care of two children. The dad is a child.
Okay.
The child naye gwazadde naye mwana. Even her herself, she's a child. So she'll find problems in handling family matters.
Talk about being denied the chance to choose the right partners for themselves.
Okay.
Like in the near future, because they are denied that privilege of choosing the right partner for themselves.
Okay, so you're bringing it where
It's an effect, of course. Like if I get into marriage when I'm still young, like I haven't toured much, I haven't been exposed to so many opportunities. Like there could be some kind of nice guy that I would date in the near future. But now since I am into this RM marriage, I am denied that opportunity to get the right partner, and it also has its own consequences.
Yes.
Would you just give us a bit enlightenment about that?
Of course, when you're into child marriage, you're still a child. A child can't decide something that will go for all their life. there is that time you need nga you can decide for yourself. So you find that if a child afunye munna mulimbye or it's the parent that has made her get married, ojasanga she has not made a choice for herself. Tanaba kumanya how the world runs. Tanaba kumanya the consideration for a man to choose. She will just go because this ona mulimbye inti ajamu gulira walichi H commando or a Rolex. You get? So she may not know and she will end up with this guy, reducing her chances
of getting the right partner.
Of getting a right partner, yes.
Yeah.
Because when you educate, when you grow up, there are those choices like you make. This is the partner I want. Sagala muavu, sagala. So all that. But then when this person is a child, your chance denies. Like she is denied of that chance of choosing a right partner.
And also them being young, don't you think they are vulnerable to child abuse?
Of course. I will not stop talking about Namuongo, that place down there. It was really so too much. Where one child mother told me that Banange the men can beat. Men beat. She was so open, she was like, they really beat. Any mistake, she won't go anywhere. I visited Namuongo and ebintu ebimu bye twasanga nti omwana omuwala yaŋŋamba nti abasajja bakuba. You may find afunye bonna bali of the same age oba afunye omusajja nga mukulu. Yes, omusajja already alina family ye. So you find that they will not take care of them. Anything kyasabye oba any mistake made aba mukuba bukubi. Yagamba bali bakuba. They beat. And in the morning ojazuka omubuuze mu bulungi sinti oba akwegayidde nti say hi to me. No. Because omweguya you have nowhere to go to. But if you are a child nga you have stayed in school, ebyo bintu oba tosabi experiencing. Yes, they are there but they are minor. Ekitegeera. So omuntu waba asomye, they will be able nga bwe nagambye they choose a partner. Or your partner, there is that respect. Jaba muwadde, jamuwa, kajja kumala gakuba bukubi. Naye ati aba akutyamuko. Neka this child ono mwana muto. That's why they end up being beaten. Abama already ali lubuto. All that pain. Nga omanyi.
Don't you think like these young children when they get pregnant, because of the other effect of early marriage, are they vulnerable to fistula? Talk about that. Of
course they are. They are really so vulnerable. Remember, their bones are still weak. They are not developed yet. Someone of 15 years, someone of 16 years, even 18, their bones are not developed to carry that child in. And when the time reaches okuzala, that is why we end up with the fistula issues. There is breakage of the what? Of the bones. Yes. So when the bones break, created. So that is what we call fistula. So there is passage of the west, they just pass. They stopping, broken. So you find on a child, or this child mother was not yet ready. So what if, of course, when you go through fistula, there are very many effects. The pain, there is a way they see you in the community.
You can't live a normal life.
Yes, you can't live a normal life. And trust me, they will not, you no longer be attractive to anyone because there is that bad smell it brings when you get it. And also childbearing, or and maybe no your man food day. So meaning childbearing will be so very difficult.
Your womb wasn't ready to carry.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Then also there is this fear of getting back to the parents when she's pregnant, and so she decides to abort. During that process of abortion, there is a loss of life that can be lost. Talk more about that.
Of course, when in most cases this child is not ready. So because of shame, swaza the family, the friends or mulaba, they'll end up going for what? For abortion, which is not safe. Abortion is not safe, and it's not even allowed in Uganda. It's illegal. It's done illegally.
Okay.
Yes. So you end up, Ojala Bantonomana, she will lose her life just because of the pregnancy. And ekyo tetukyagala to see it in Uganda, of course. It's reducing our people. She's the mother of tomorrow. Lwaki aba are wasting her life in abortion? And also that the innocent child, gwaba say, maybe is the future president. So, child
We shall be
marriage
talking
is really
about
not-
more in our next segment of teenage pregnancy. Of course, it's a precursor to child marriage.
Yeah.
Let's talk about also these young boys who impregnated these young girls. And can they sustain them for life, or what happens when a young boy gets a young girl and they go into marriage?
For the young boy, it's called a boy, and he's not ready. Why do you think they say a man? So there is a difference between a man and a boy. This boy is not yet able to sustain even himself. He's still at the parent's place, or he's still living with a guardian. So how will a child take care of a child?
It's going to work out.
Remember, he's now getting a family. He's aina bamwegaseko. How will he be able to take care of them? Abatasobola. So chobola tufuna rising levels of what? Of poverty. Omwana muto afunisiza muno olubuto. They don't know anything about family. They even don't know how to raise the child. So ojakulaba nti poverty bijja kweyongera because they don't have any knowledge of maybe starting up a business or doing something that is productive for themselves. Actually, in Uganda, we have very many high rates of childbirth, or high rates of childbirth. Because befuna bato kati fe remember tukoma okuzaala menopause yaffe ya 45. Omwana omuto afumbidwa at 16 or 15 or 18. Just know eyo yonna reproductive age wonna aba asobola ozaala. So how many children will that person have mwezi emyaka?
They use these
Abaina
plans and,
tabimanyiko because she's a child. Okitegeera. So you'll find that our population is even very high because abaana bazaala bakyali bato and their reproductive age is very high. Omwana jazaala paka ku myaka nga 35, baana bameka, baana nga 8, baana 10. They are not able to take care of those kids. Education, chovola abaana abamu tubasanga on streets. They lack education because of the parents behind. They have a child mother who doesn't know even how to take care of them.
Let's talk about, in conclusion, let's talk about curbing this cause. Has the government done enough to fight against child marriage?
Yeah, the government has really tried, and I appreciate that for our Uganda. They have really done a lot. They have allowed NGOs that have come up, like now the Girls Not Brides Uganda, the Rhythm of Life, and other NGOs. They have laid some strategies into like that of the age, where someone is not
above 18 years.
Yes, above is to get into marriage above 18 years. Why do they consider that 18 years? They think into oyo muntu aba atandise otegeera. Yeah. Then also they have laid some some policies into ono wakwata omwana oba wetukusanga ng'oli musajja mukulu, you're having a girl child and you're cohabiting with, I don't want to call it cohabiting, but you're taking her as your wife. Basobola okusiba era wetukusanga tukutwala.
Okay. As you Rhythm of Life and the
Girls Not Brides, yes.
Okay, so on that note, you give government of Uganda credit, right?
Yeah, I give a credit.
Have the parents done enough to see this also dealt with?
For the parents, they are trying, but it's really very, very low. Because all the causes, they are coming from the parents' side. When you look through them, the negligence of the parents. They don't talk to their children. They don't give enough time to their children, thinking they are so busy to talk to them. And really, it's been parents.
Okay, parents aside, how about the religious leaders and the teachers? Have they done their part?
Yeah, teachers have done. I credit them on that. You find that they will have talk, like I won't call them talk shows, but there are those programs they put in school, and they talk to them by the senior women teachers, the science teachers. They try to talk to the girls and the boys at the same time. But even the religious leaders, yes, they have tried, where they say you're to have a wedding.
Yeah, you should need to cohabit before.
Exactly. So having a wedding, there are some considerations they go through. Of course, you won't go there when you're a child, and obagambe nze njagala kuwasa. Baina bebajja okubuuza, yes, are you ready for this? And how old are you? Ebyo byonna byonna. So they have also laid that foundation.
Okay.
But for the religious leaders of these days, somehow, baina gye bagudde, yes, they are negligent about that. They don't talk about it, but bakirekera bagamba nti their mothers will talk to them, and of which their mothers also do what? They
neglect the children.
Yes, they make themselves so busy. So
what has Rhythm of Life and the Girls Not to Cry, what have they done so far to see this also covered down?
Yeah, as Rhythm of Life, it's for us, we give an opportunity. Like, for example, I told you we work with people in Kabalagala.
Okay.
You find that we give an opportunity to the girls or to the daughters of the women that are into prostitution. We give them an opportunity to education. And we also help them like with skills, baking.
Them schools?
Yeah,
okay.
We sponsor. And also we teach them skills like baking, kneading, hands-on skills, yes. Making liquid soap, detergents, all that. So you find that if this child is interested in education, but they are empowered skillfully. Yes, they are able to do for themselves something.
Like knitting, maths,
exactly, yes. And also the mothers, they are also empowered. There are some mothers who carry out prostitution there, but they don't want it. They don't like it. But because of the situation around, yes, poverty, of course, they end up going for it. So we give them an opportunity of learning these skills, like saloon. You find that. So if this person is interested, we have them there.
Okay.
They are interested in saloon, we teach them. So if they are good, we open up for them something and they start off.
Wow.
And you find that life is moving on.
Wow.
Then for Girls Not Brides Uganda, of course it's a global partnership on ending child marriage and teenage pregnancy. Yes, we've tried, it's now, it's having 86 civil society organizations in it. So it's really big.
It's very big.
Yes. So our major aim is to end child marriage and teenage pregnancies in Uganda.
Okay.
So we've laid some strategies like in different regions. There are those people that are talking to the girls, talking to the local leaders, reaching down to the roots, finding out what are the causes, what can be done. Yeah.
One who might want to come for such kind of aid or to join the Rhythm of Life or to get those skills, where can they find your social handles or your permanent address, local address, or social handles?
Yeah, for Girls Not Brides Uganda, we are in partnership with Joy for Children Uganda.
Okay.
And their offices are in Ntinda.
Our offices are in
Our offices are in Ntinda. Yeah. And we have the Facebook page, we have our Twitter handle,
Under which names?
Under Girls Not Brides.
Okay.
Just put in Girls Not Brides Uganda. We shall be there.
Their contacts are there?
Yes, their contacts are all there.
Contacts are there.
Our contacts are there. Then also Rhythm of Life, we have our page. It's also Rhythm of Life Uganda, and Instagram, Twitter handle we also have there. Yeah.
Conclusion remarks.
Well, my conclusion remarks are thanks for hosting me.
You're welcome.
And I don't take it so lightly to be part of this. That I'm calling upon everyone that is interested, or I believe we all want to see a better Uganda. We want to see a better nation with educated people, with educated mothers, with educated females. So let's all come together and we fight this vice of child marriage and teenage pregnancies, because that is one of the major things ebiryotuze emabega. Byebireeta poverty, byebireeta okufa, byebireeta like all that. So I'm calling upon everyone, let it be on you. At least do something. Maybe you can even start with your own family or with your own siblings at home. No yogera nabo, no bagamba, getting involved in this and this is not good. Talk to them. Child marriage is not really good. Yeah. There are even other societies. Ngabo, okay, I heard of the Muslim society. Ngabo, they marry you off, bakutwala. But they want to keep that family, how should I call it? like the respect for the family. Omwana awezeza 18 years oba awezeza 15 years tebagala mwana afune lubuto, so bajja mufumbiza nga tannatuuka because they want to keep that family dignity, I should say. Tebagala omwana abaswaze, but this child is not yet ready. Lwaki oba omukaka kyatayagala? Yeah, ekyo nakyo weekiri. So I'm calling upon mwena, let's work together in this to see a better Uganda with educated mothers, with happy families. Yeah, thank you.
That was Kasakya Sharon, of course, a youth leader from Rhythms of Life, and of course, a youth representative from Girls Not Brides. I also conclude by saying child marriage is very unpalatable, it's very malignant, it's very monotonous, and also malevolent. Thanks for joining us today. That was me, David Albine, Mobilu, of course, your host on this special edition. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Obwakabaka bwa Katonda bwakuwaguza n'ababutwala mbabutwala n'amaanyi mangi ddala. Ku Openuptv kwe tuli buli kawungeezi olunaku lujja kuba lwa Sunday, tugenda kubeeranga ku tea party talk nga tunywamu ku kacaayi mpola mpola ate nga bwe twogera ku bwakabaka bwa Katonda n'eri abavubuka bonna okutwaliza wamu nga sisosodde. Bw'obanga olina kye weemulugunya, ng'olina ky'otategeera mu Bible, ng'olina ky'otategeera mu bwakabaka bwa Katonda, jangu tukubaganye ebirowoozo. Buli bulamu bwa muvubuka yenna ali eyo tugenda kuba nga tweyamba abadde tannaba kuwasa owase, abadde tannaba kufumbirwa ofumbirwe, ate naawe abadde yanoba mu maka we tunaamalira pulogulaamu eno ojja kuba nga weeterezezza tea party talk. Tugenda kubeera nga tunywamu ku kacaayi naye nga twogera ku bwakabaka bwa Katonda, twezimbe mu bwakabaka bwa Katonda tusobole okutuuka awawakkanirwa. Ebyo bye tugenda okubeera nga twogera wano ku Openuptv buli kawungeezi, nange omulangira nantalabika Mayinja James Mutebi. Openuptv tukugamba enjoy the uniqueness. Mukama abampera okusa.